Today's tutorial features the letter E. It isn't easy, but English can be enjoyable. First, some grammar. Like the definite article the or the indefinite articles a or an, each, every, and either are determiners. The determiner every is usually used before a singular countable noun. Singular means one, and anything that's countable, you can later add an S to make plural. Think of every one. This includes all of the members in a group. For example, every elephant has big ears. Hey, what did you say? I said every elephant has big ears. I'm sorry to say it, but each and every elephant has enormous ears, and enormous means big. To review, every and each are determiners called distributives. They express how something is shared, divided, or distributed. Other distributives include all, both, half, either, neither, plus of course, each, and every. But let's go back to the letter E and some of the vocabulary featured in today's video. Some of the nouns in today's story include people, places, and things, including animals, like elephants. Places like the equator in Ecuador. Remember to check your dictionary if you don't know the meaning of a word. We use the word edge, we use the word explorer. We have the names Edgar, Eugenia, Emilia. We have eggs and eels. We have an elf. We have environment, experiment, and experience. Our story will happen in Ecuador. This is one of Ecuador's logos and reads Ama la vida, or love life. Some of the other nouns that you will hear in the story include equator. The equator is an invisible line that divides the earth into two equal parts. The equator is a line that's halfway between the north and south poles, and it's found at 0 degrees latitude. We use this line to measure distances on the earth. This earth is not exact. There are many E nouns in our story today. If there are any words on this page you don't know, please freeze frame and use your dictionary to look up the words that you don't know. The next E noun we will focus on is experiment. An experiment is a test to prove or discover something. If you look closely at our E verbs, you'll see the word experiment here as well. That's not a mistake. We have some easy E verbs like eat, enter, expect, enjoy, entertain, experience, and educate. And then there are a few harder ones like experiment. The verb experiment means to carry out a series of tests or experiments, or to try out new ideas or activities. Experiment is a noun and a verb. There are many E verbs in today's story. Again, if you're unsure, freeze the frame and check the words in your dictionary. So, what does ensure mean? It means to make certain. How do you know it's 3 meters wide? I measured it. To ensure means to make sure or certain. He knows it's 3 meters wide because he measured it. The next E verb that we will focus on is establish. To establish means to make or develop. Because this is a story, we use the past tense, so we add ed, established. If you look at my map there, it's not exact at all. So, I tried to draw the map again. Here you can see the Panama Canal. It is a waterway that was built to link the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. The Panama Canal was finally established in 1914. It took many years to build. Established also means found to be true. Some other E verbs that we'll look at today include exclude. Include is the opposite of exclude. These cats don't want the dog to go in their yard. the dog was excluded from joining the cats on the grass. Exclude means to keep out. The next verb is endure. To survive or put up with extreme or severe conditions is to endure. These penguins endure the cold weather. Lovely day today. Quite. I know there are a lot of E verbs in this story, but keep exploring. To explore means to search or look into something. The man explored the pyramid. Someone who explores is an explorer. This explorer went into the pyramid and discovered many, many treasures. When we want to put a verb in the past, add ed or d. Let's go back and look at some of those E nouns again. Do you remember the elf? An elf is a little person, but as an adjective it means really small. The opposite of elf is enormous, which means really big. We will use both of these adjectives in our story. There are many E adjectives in this story, so don't be shy. Freeze frame and take a look in your dictionary at the words that you don't know. I will help you with a few though. First we'll take a look at the word exact and then the word east. Exact means equal, precise, or accurate. Those two faces are almost exact. East is a direction. That bird is flying east. Sometimes when we use adjectives, we need to choose among several that have similar meanings. Examples in this story are eager, enthusiastic, and excited. Check your dictionary, then choose the best word. A dictionary of synonyms is called a thesaurus. Here are a few other E adjectives. Elaborate means fancy. This is an elaborate meal. Extraordinary means very unusual. Look at that extraordinary flower. Look at that extraordinary rainbow bat. He's missing a wing, but he can fly. Enjoyable means with lots of fun. We also have the word extinct. Dinosaurs went extinct many years ago. To go extinct means to disappear, to no longer live, to no longer be in existence. It's time for two stories. The first is an extraordinary exploration of Ecuador. If you're looking for somewhere to explore, Ecuador is an excellent South American country near the equator. The name of the museum found there at 0 degrees latitude is called Mitad del Mundo in Spanish, which means middle of the earth in English. Ecuador actually means equator, an imaginary line at 0 degrees that cuts the earth in two, halfway between the north and south poles. On the west coast of Ecuador is the Pacific Ocean, and over 1,000 kilometers west of that, one can experience the extraordinary ecosystems of the Galapagos Islands. Expect to enjoy these extra cool islands, which will be exhibited in the G video. If you explore the east of Ecuador, you'll find an entirely different, but equally exciting, rainforest environment. These entertaining examples of areas to explore are established, easy facts about Ecuador. They are real places and each fact can be checked, has been proven by experiments, and evidence is established by experts and can be examined by everyone. As we examine the evidence, facts can be proven or discarded, as evidence exists to show whether something's true or not, fact or fiction. The equator is, in fact, an imaginary line that we draw on a map of the Earth, but it is a real place that exists. On the other hand, fiction exaggerates or expands facts into entertaining ideas, using the imagination to tell a story. For example, to entertain you each evening, I will now explain an extraordinary event in the east of Ecuador that is entirely fictional. Remember, fictional tales exploit, elaborate, or exaggerate entrusted facts, expanding them into entirely new entities. A story can exclude the facts, thereby existing externally or outside of the real world. Part 2. The Extraordinary Elf Elephants of Eastern Ecuador. In the early 1980s, there was an eager and excitable Ecuadorian explorer named Edgar who traveled east to examine the rainforest in a not-so-easy quest to find enormous elephants. In this engaging eastern environment, each and every explorer would soon be enraged and exhausted by such an energetic and enthusiastic, yet experimental expedition. Why would each and every explorer feel exhausted and enraged by such an experiment? The exact reason is that enormous eastern Ecuadorian elephants do not exist. In fact, neither energetic elves nor enormous elephants exist in the east of Ecuador. No, they don't. However, what if this excited and enthusiastic Ecuadorian explorer did, in fact, endure the East Amazon and explore and discover an extremely endangered species of extraordinary elf elephants east of the Andes? Earlier, everyone had always examined the environment for enormous elephants, but had anyone ever expected an elf elephant? No, they hadn't. It is already established that elves are extremely small, but did you know that elephants have DNA similar to, but not exactly the same as mice? Take a look at the Rhinochosion petersi, or elephant shrew. It has been shown to share a lot of common DNA with elephants. The elephant shrew evolved from an earlier common ancestor of the elephant. Eventually, evidence was found that an Ecuadorian elf elephant just east of the Andes and south of the equator inherited a gene that made it evolve into an extremely small elephant, equal in size to a common kitten. The excellent ecosystems of estuaries in eastern Ecuador eventually established this extraordinary evolution of elf elephants. The excited explorer from the 80s told me especially that each Ecuadorian elf elephant is extremely mini, measuring less than 11 centimeters high and 18 centimeters long. Furthermore, these energetic, excitable, and extra cool elf elephants eat edible Ecuadorian eggplants, Easter eggs, and estuary eels. Sadly, though, during every experiment involving Easter eggs, Edgar, the eager explorer, encountered a nearly empty environment. Edgar's Easter egg experiments from the 80s exposed that only a few elephants endured, Emilia, Eddie, and their one extremely tiny but extra cute elf calf called Eugenia. Her ears were not enormous, but were exactly the size of European earlobes. Her eyes had extra eyelashes, and she had expressive eyebrows. Edgar didn't expose all the details of the experiment, except that Eugenia did eagerly enjoy eating Easter eggs. It was easy to see that Eugenia and her parents, Emilia and Eddie, were definitely enjoying this experiment. Unfortunately, due to empty eggplant fields and evidence of exhaust endangering the environment, each Ecuadorian elf elephant in existence was evidently extremely endangered. Excluding Eugenia, Emilia, and Eddie, all last seen by Edgar in the early 80s, it seemed that all elf elephants had not endured for very long. When eager explorers like Edgar later explored these ecosystems to see if these endangered Ecuadorian elf elephants in eastern Ecuador even existed, they established that these extraordinary but not enormous elf elephants had gone entirely extinct. Like the dinosaurs, they no longer existed. In fact, each and every truly educated and experienced Ecuadorian expert would surely assure you that there is not any early evidence that Easter egg, eggplant, and eel-eating elf elephants have ever existed in the eastern Ecuadorian environment throughout eternity. If you believed that elaborate story that elf elephants even existed, you'd best examine the evidence and educate yourself about how to explore what establishes fact and excludes fiction. Each and every student eager to be educated should explore, inquire, or ask questions and experiment to establish what is real and what is exaggerated. This is the only way to know the truth. But don't exclude all efforts to explore English fiction. It can establish an extraordinary imagination and is both entertaining and educational. If enjoyable, all examined experiences can educate without enormous effort. Eagerly learning English can be both enormously enjoyable and effortlessly educational. So take a minute to enjoy imagining that perhaps Edgar the explorer from the 80s discovered that elf elephants did in fact exist in the eastern Ecuadorian ecosystems, just south of the equator. The end. I hope you're not too exhausted. So, we see that exhausted means really tired. Exhaust is a real problem in today's world. To exhaust means to use up or to tire out. It's also the waste gases from an engine or the system that pumps out such waste gases. We need to try to reduce the amount of exhaust in our world. If we do this, we can keep many endangered animals from going extinct. Another thing that came up during our lesson was the idea of an antonym, or opposite. A word that has the opposite meaning of another word is called an antonym. Examples include empty versus crowded, or enemy versus friend. We also had a few adverbs in our story. Adverbs are used to modify a verb. You take an adjective and usually you add ly. Some of the adjectives in our story were extremely, exactly, eagerly, entirely, effortlessly, enormously, enthusiastically, extraordinarily, eventually, and especially. And of course, we learned many new English words that start with E. To learn these excellent English words, you need to use the words in sentences, and you need to enjoy learning English. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.